Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Mr. Hino with Mr. Hino's LEGO Robotics. Hopefully you're having a great summer, and I am. Thanks for asking. I just wanted to show you really quick a wall following robot and program. I kind of did my own, I guess, modification to some ones I've seen before, just so that it would work with my robot. I don't know, it just seems like every other program I see, it doesn't really work, so I take some things and I change it. So I'll show you the program and I'll try to go through it and make sense of it, and then we'll let you see the robot. Okay, so let's go to the program. Okay, so I'm in my LEGO Mindstorms software here, and let me go ahead and show you what I did. Sorry if I am not piecing this together, but it was just one of those things where I was messing around with it, and I would probably forget if I try to do this over again, like on a clean program. So here's what I did. First, I busted out a loop. So that's kind of what all of this is inside. So go ahead and, if you're starting this from scratch, go down and then just grab a loop and bring it up here. Okay, so inside we're putting this ultrasonic sensor, and I put it on for measure and inches. So that's why it'll say that. And then I came up here and I grabbed a, let's go to this red one here. I grabbed a range block. And what I did was I kept it inside. Let's drag this data wire out here. So I put that at 30. This was the test value. And then I just connected this with this data wire here. So what this range is, this is just should be 2 to 3 inches right here. Then I busted out a switch and I turned it to logic. And basically what's going to happen is within this block, if the robot is within 2 to 3 inches of the wall or whatever it sees, we're just going to keep a steady rate of 50% power. Okay? So that's all this right here is just a, if I'm within, if this ultrasonic sees that within 2 to 3 inches, then this would be a yes for the logic for just go at 50-50 speed. And that should just take us straight. Then we're going to go to another ultrasonic sensor block, and it's the same as the other one before. I kept it at measure and distance with inches. On this one here, I put less than. So this would be less than right there. And basically I connected this ultrasonic sensor here to this. Oh, I'm sorry. This was now a, let's go back here. This was a compare block. And so all I want to do now is if this ultrasonic sensor sees anything less than 2 inches, and here is now where I would bust out another switch, and then again, make that logic. I want the robot now to turn away from the wall. And if you're wondering, my ultrasonic sensor is pointing to the left. So it would see the wall on the left-hand side here. I would want now, and if you take a look at my robot, you'll see that it's kind of backwards. So that's why this is flipped around. But then I want this motor to go a little faster than this one to pull away from the wall. Okay, so that's what that one's for. Now let's go ahead and keep moving on here. Then I busted out another ultrasonic sensor block. Same thing, measure, distance in inches. And then when I put out another compare block, I changed it now to greater than, which would be right there. And if it goes greater than 3 inches, the ultrasonic sees distance greater than 3 inches. Now, here's your last switch block here. And just make sure you're connecting everything that I have with data wires. So here is, again, the equation. If it sees anything more than 3 inches, it's now going to have the motor go a little faster than the other to pull it closer to the wall now, if that makes sense to you. And everything's looped, so I could do this, forever if I wanted to. Okay? So if this gets confusing, you can leave me a comment down below. You can just pause the video and just make sure everything is exactly the same here. And this is basically what worked for me. What I was noticing is, if you notice here on these motor speeds, I had these way farther apart. And what was happening is the robot was actually turning too much at an angle where the ultrasonic sensor was not able to get the, the signal back. So I had to make this as even as I could, where one motor is spinning faster than the other, but try not to over make this speed, because then the ultrasonic sensor goes at too much of an angle and you don't get that signal back. You'll have to maybe test that out to kind of know what I mean on that, but you just don't want the ultrasonic being at an angle where it can't receive the signal back. Okay, so this is it. We just download this, and let me go ahead and show you the robot. Okay guys, there you have it. There is my wall following robot. Hopefully you made sense of the program. I tried and I just kept running it a million times until I could get it just right. So like I said before, you might have to modify my program. I mean, again, like I said, I tried to, duplicate some other programs that I've seen, and that wasn't even good for my robot. I had to do some modifications. So you might end up doing the same for mine. Okay, guys, again, have a great summer. Catch me again this week for more robotic videos. I am Mr. Hino from Mr. Hino's LEGO Robotics. I am out.